Welcome back YouTube, Tutti UK, for another video. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the shop, the cave. Got a light, I have a light source, see it, from a mate Dana. Not convinced on it though, we'll see. Might need multiple lights, but I thought I'd try it. I'm not sure if it makes any difference. Another video, another moaning about lights, camera action. We have got another Nintendo heavy, purely Nintendo video for you. I've got a live unboxing, live, and I've got N64, Snes, NES, and more. I hope we're in all right. Way into the new year, probably will be by the time this goes up. 8th of Jan, 8th of Jan today. Yeah, I hope you all like the room tour. There we go, you can all stop fucking hassling me now, can't you? You've had your room tour, now you can all disappear and not bother watching. Great stuff. Hallelujah, hashtag shorts for the win. Yeah, I'm pissing about with the camera, the phone camera. I think they're quite useful for that, but yeah, nonetheless, we'll see. Might be, you know, new year, new me. Just short videos, 10 seconds. But this one will not be 10 seconds, for that I can guarantee you. So, we have a big, huge box. So, from a fellow tuber, I've seen he had this up for sale on Retro Round. He's in that stable of people that buy, sell, buy, sell. You know, Monkey Spaz, Daz Co Jones, and this individual, Mark Burnt Out Culture. So I think he was moving house. I don't know if I know he had the Rona, but he slimmed his collection down, going through another cycle of moving shit on. Bought too much shit, realised didn't really want it, and then decided to move on. I think this was a smaller collection. He has very kindly reserved some other items for me because post-Christmas payday is not good. I think we all can agree on that. But he had these items up, and it was just too good of a price. Too good of a price to say no. He's done me a wonderful deal. He didn't tell me to deliver by Herms, but I've got no problem with Herms. You know, I think as long as you pack stuff well, you know, if they kick it around as a football, then so be it. But yeah, Mark's packed this superbly well. We won't show you that. But as you can probably guess, this is all Nintendo stuff. I did initially just ask him if it sell one or two items. You know, he wanted to go, no, I want it to go as a job lot. And I got that. He just wanted it out. So I think once you set your mind on something going, you kind of want it all gone. And he didn't want bits hanging around. So, and again, he did me a fantastic deal on it. So essentially, it's a big Super Famicom, not big Super Famicom. It's a Super Famicom bundle, and there's some bouting games in here. It really is. I'm sure he said they're all complete. There's one or two, I think there might be one. There's only one dupe in terms of Super Famicom, but obviously a couple that I do own in the Western regions. So we'll save the games till last. I mean, those that have been on the Retro Round, they've come as no surprise. It wasn't on there long though. Are these in it? Are these extra? He's put extra in. He's put extra in. Mark, you fucking legend. He has put extras in. I don't know what that is. Oh no, just put packaging. Okay, so let's do the box. So I know where this. I know it. This box is. What do you call it? Not heritage. We'll talk about antiques. Fucking everyone's screaming at the screen now. I do this to everybody else. It's this word, you stupid twerp. Provenance. See, I got there in the end. So we have a very nice boxed Super Famicom. You can see the light, look, see the ring light there? Fucking thing. very shiny. So the provenance of this particular box, crinkly plastic. Get rid of that. Might be a little bit less reflective. Yeah, you can see the reflection up there. There it is, look. This little bastard thing. Oh, no, is it? No, it's the lights above it. I don't know. I'm still messing about with this. But yeah, this is, the provenance of this is it came from Busavi James to me mate Fob, who then sold it to Mark. And now it's come back. Come back to me like I ever had it. It's come to me now. And weirdly enough, I do not own a boxed Super Famicom. And if there's one to have, to own, this is the one. In fantastic condition. Fantastic. So I knew it was. As soon as Mark put it up, I pinged Rob a message saying, was that the one you sold, Mark? He said, yeah. I said, right, well, I'm having it then. Obviously, when Mark sort of said he didn't want to split, it has got the power supply, all the not the fucking boy with that. But yeah, it's in great condition, no yellowing, a really nice example. But it's just shelf queen, that we call it, shelf queen. But lovely condition nonetheless. We'll have to try and get that into some protection. And yeah, and weirdly, and for those that might not know, that's how it comes, the old Japanese ones. Styrofoam on the bottom. But yeah, chuffed to put that in the collection. So the games, and there's more here than, I'm sure there's more here. Well, I know there is, because there's a couple of loose carts which definitely weren't in the listing. So we'll do them first. So 2 loose carts, both crackers. First up, Batman Returns. Easily playable on the Japanese. Probably less so playable. Dungeon Crawler, Dungeon Master. New battery capacitors fitted by Jamelion. April, was it April? April last year. You can get to fuck. We'll get that off there. I don't have shit like that plastered on my fucking cart. I don't even have price labels on it. I'm not having Jamelion. Oh, it's fucking stupid paper shit. Why do people have to do that? Anyway, Dungeon Master. More than that, probably in a later video. But I mainly played that on the Amiga. I think. Wasn't there a discussion I had with Mark and his mate about Dungeon Master? I think that's probably why he's bought it. That one was part of it. That one was definitely part of it. I don't think that one was. I don't think that one was. That one wasn't. That one wasn't. That one was. So these are the ones that I don't think were part of it either. Was that one? I don't think these 3. There's one there I'm not too sure on, but these 2 I'm pretty sure these weren't in it. So first up we've got Yoshi's Island. I don't know what that says in Japanese. In lovely box protectors. I think this is a duplicate. But again, I'll check condition because the box on this looks really nice. But again, see, mine are quite nice as well. Some of them, hopefully. I have no idea what this one is. I thought I was going to say it's Punch Out, but it's not. I vaguely remember Mark talking about this. It's a boxing game, I reckon. World Stars, it says on the ring. But I can't. He looks like Little Mac, but I think he's a Little Mac rip-off. I have vague recollections of Mark talking about this boxing game. But I can't for the life of me. I wasn't expecting that to appear. And another one that wasn't expected to appear, I think this can be a little bit pricey on the Super Famicom, I think, Super Star Wars. So what you find is a lot of the Western games, like Bob and stuff like that, like, I think, what's it called? Bubsy and stuff, weird shit like that is slightly more, because they didn't make a lot of them. The Japanese aren't really well, back then they wasn't really that fond of Western style games, but Star Wars being Star Wars, you know, worldwide phenomenon. But yeah, I think this one isn't. It's not, you know, it's not pennies on the pound, that's for sure. Now this is the one that I wasn't sure. It may have been in the picture, I can't remember. I'm sure those ones weren't. This is Wizardry 5. Bloody lights everywhere. I'm not convinced on this. Anyway, Wizardry 5. Again, I'm pretty much unplayable in its current form, but I do have the Retro Freak, so you can always whack this through a translator, and it will be good to go. Again, another dungeon crawler. I did pick up Wizardry 4. Was it 4 or was it 6? US. 2 videos back. The import special. So that's quite timely. Now these are the ones that I'm pretty sure were part of the deal. Again, another cracker. I'll have to get these price labels off. Probably definitely unplayable Japanese. Wonderful Amiga game, Eye of the Beholder, and those that remember Eye of the Beholder 2 as well. Again, another fantastic dungeon crawler, and like I say, I'm pretty sure Mark's mate, the Scottish guy, they used to play a lot of the Amiga role-playing adventure games. Very similar to a lot me and my mate John used to. So hence why he's got a lot of these sort of dungeon crawlers, I suspect. But yeah, wonderful artwork. But that one I don't have, and that didn't get a PAL release. I think it might have got a US one. I'm pretty sure it has. Definitely a duplicate, but another staple. I mean, Street Fighter 2. You don't need to tell you anything that you don't already know about Street Fighter 2. I'm not even going to check these for completeness, but yeah, I mean that's definitely a dupe. Yoshi's definitely a dupe. So if anyone's after, well, they might be gone by then. I might have found home from by then. This one is a duplicate, but not of the Famicom label, so I'll probably be keeping this because the artwork on this is fantastic. Although to be honest, the PAL one isn't too bad either, and that's the Mighty Prince of Persia. Yeah, what's his name? Not Joseph Mechner, something like that, wasn't it? He did all the first one to do the ray tracing on the Macintosh, the movement and everything else was absolutely groundbreaking for the time. Very not too dissimilar to what Rare did with Donkey Kong on the Snes. Yeah, Broaderbund, but yeah, that's fantastic artwork. Again, in lovely condition. And the last two from this bundle from Mark. This one is called. Hold up! Don't be listening to that twat. Dead Dance is not part of those trilogy of games at all whatsoever. Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm an absolute donut. Dead Dance is basically a one-on-one beat 'em up. I should have known that from the back. It was called Tough Enough. Tough Enough over in the West. And weirdly enough, apparently, on doing some investigative journalism, that artwork was done by CVG. And Jelco loved it that much that they actually utilised it. But they didn't do it for the Western one. The Western artwork's terrible. But yeah, it's not part of Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers, or Peacekeepers, and that was the game I was thinking of. Absolutely nothing to do with them, even though what did throw me is because it's Jalco. They are by Jalco, so I was nearly right. Back to the idiot. Rushing Beat. I'm sure it's with that. The other one's the harder one to get is. Everyone's screaming at the screen now, but this is the Japanese version. It's Dead Dance. There's a trilogy of them. Not Patriots. What's the other one? I can't fucking remember. But I think this is Rushing Beat, Brawl Brothers, Rushing Beat, Brawl Brothers, and the last one. Not Patriots. Something weird like that. It's an odd name. Doesn't even fit in with the, you know. Well, neither does Ball Brothers and Rushing Beat, let's be honest. It will come to me. But yeah, apparently these are not. These are. I remember back in the day when these come out, like in the magazines. It's like, oh, this is shit. Poor man's final fight. Blah blah blah. This, that, and the other. But I think they've got a bit of a cult following. And then the last one, which really piqued my interest. I mean, Dead Dance is easily playable, and so is Prince of Persia. As would this be? I don't suspect there's any language barriers really in this. And it's the Mighty Magic Sword. King of Dragons I wouldn't mind getting, which falls within this sort of Dungeons and Dragons Capcom remit. That's a pricey one. This one is not cheap either. It's definitely, you know, on the higher end, higher end. I don't know. It's all relevant. It's all relative, isn't it? What you would class as higher end. But yeah, again, in lovely, fantastic condition. I mean, that's brilliant for Mark. I just didn't, like I say, I knew the ones that were in there. So when those other ones have sort of appeared, it's kind of really thrown me. But that fucking Mark's doing an absolute solid there. They've gone to a good home, mate. Like I say, unfortunately, there's 2 duplicates, and the rest will be staying. Yeah, they won't be going anywhere. That's for sure. And the console's wonderful. If only I had a bigger room already. I knew it weren't big enough at the start. Right. So, leaving the shores of Japan, head back over west, and should I do that one? I'll do this one. This is a bit of an anomaly. This is probably should have been formed a bit part of a different video. But no, I'll leave it. It forms part of another video. And it's not really needed for this one. Hope you didn't see that. Did you see that? I have to remember you can sort of see stuff. I've got to stop stacking stuff on the shelves and the ends there. Right, N64. We all love some N64, don't we? I'm just trying to think. That one was... Yeah, actually, we'll keep that one because we'll do that one. So we've got some N64 CX and we've got some Super Nintendo CX. But before, we'll go N64 eBay. An eBay purchase. Won this on a bid. Weren't cheap. 100 quid, basically. 100 quid, just under. But super chuffed to get it. And to tell you what, it's not in bad condition at all. For what I paid, this probably now makes it £350 game, and it is Paper Mario on the N64. So we'll pop it out. This one deserves a little bit of a closer look. So I basically just bought the box and a manual. I've done nothing with it. I mean, it doesn't need a great deal. It's just that edgeware. Aged patina, as I like to call it. Honest copy. And obviously, see, for me, this is the beauty, sometimes, although it doesn't always work out that way, of having many of the cartridges already. Especially for very expensive games like this. So obviously that was my cart. Stole a stole a tray from another game, and there's the manual. Again, the manual, you know, honest, but it's there. All these multilingual ones on the are so heavy, and also there's a poster with it. So yeah. So when I saw that come up, that bids, I thought, right, okay, let's do this. The other one I'm looking out for is Resident Evil, which has appeared a few times, but I've just not been in the position to pull the trigger, so to speak. But when that one popped up, I was just like, yeah, I'm on it. I'll say structurally, other than a bit of edgeware, this box is fucking one. If I bought that from CEX and it come through like that, I'd be happy as Larry. That Larry Geiger. Which segues nicely into CEX. Let's run that clip. So we were CEXing again. Like I said, a lot of these from months back. This one isn't, so this is still sticking with N64. Again, popped up, box copy. Thought, yeah, we'll have that. 25 quid, and this might be one of the best condition N64 games I've got, and it's not a cheap game to find if you go on eBay, and in this condition, it's fucking great buy. 25 squid Lars, and we've got a ISS 2000. Even the cartridge alone is probably worth that, but this is in absolutely fantastic condition. So obviously I've got the cartridge, so I've got a duplicate cartridge, but yeah, I don't even think this has ever been out. I mean, look at the flaps, baggied up, and then not got a crease in it. Honestly, absolutely amazing. So really happy to get that one. And it does complete the trilogy of those games box. Although now this is putting all the other ones to shame. I can see why James from Flashback TNT, you know, his box games, it's just like he just doesn't want to open them. But that's probably got to be one of the best condition boxes I own. For 25 quid. All day long. Right, onto the Snes now. Snes stuff from CEX. These are all complete, so I'm not going to bore you with these ones. This one is just, the price of this just keeps climbing and climbing from CEX. This is a second copy I bought. The other one I moved on to make fob, which weren't in bad condition, weren't as nice as this one. And it's the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. But this stuff, I think it was like 20 quid, and now it's up to like 35. That's the only problem with that CX algorithm that it's got, whereby when something sells, or there's only one of them, it increases the price. I mean, it does go the opposite way. I think when stuff's been on there too long, it drops the price, but this one just seems to have gone up and up and up and up. So really happy to get that. Again, another one that I bought twice, and my mate Fobs had the other one. Just seems to be one of these games that I don't think you ever see in a nice box. I did look on eBay. I've done nothing with these, by the way, because I can see a bit of sticker residue. But yeah, I had a look on eBay, and all the boxes for this just don't seem to last too well. It's Looney Tunes Road Runner. I say Load Runner. Sunsoft title, which is what really piqued me, to be honest. So I'm not getting every single SNES game, but anything to buy Sunsoft, you know, mark of quality, mark of a man. What was that from? Is it an aftershave, or was it oh God, I can't remember what it's called now. The mark of a man. I'm sure it's an aftershave. This one I got a bit excited about, because I hadn't seen it on CEX before, and it turned up there, and I was like, oh, I'll grab it, and then it come through, it's in great condition. Again, it's one of the sort of latter releases, but then with hindsight, it's probably not that sort of uncommon, but this is in great condition, and it's Toy Story. Again, like you can tell from the sort of the US-esque type styling, but visually a very impressive game. I know on the Mega Drive it was again, it was one of the later releases, really well received. But again, the boxes on this is really nice. It's really nice. So I did get a little bit excited, and then realised, because usually when there's none on there, and then there's one, and you think, oh, that's it, and then I think there's been sat on there for ages. It's just weird how it works, how things come in and what people are after. But yeah, there we go. One that I was really chuffed come through, and it's in complete, again, like the first one from I got from CEX, in fantastic condition. Probably tricky of the two to get. Poppin' Twinbee Rainbow Ball Adventures. Again, Konami, you know, can't go too wrong with a Konami title. So more of a side-scrolling platformer, I do believe. Yeah, it is. Run and gun side-scrolling action platformer. Whereas obviously Poppin' Twinbee was a cute 'em up, essentially. But this one I paid, I think Toy Story was like 20 odd quid. This was more up there towards 60, but I think in this condition it's probably double that, easily worth more than double. And again, another one, it's a bit unusual. I think it was an Amiga release, but I couldn't be sure, so I've put it in this video because I have got the plans for something to do with the Amiga. Uncommon, I want to say. Prehistoric Man. Titus, by Titus the Lion, Titus the Fox. Again, in the veins of Chuck Rock, side-scrolling, you know, that's sort of stable from that era of gaming. Unfortunately, the only thing letting this down, and it's quite hard to see until you can sort of see it. There was someone's obviously had a sticker there at some point. They've got most of it off, but they've kind of done the edges of it. So yeah, I can live with that. Other than that, it's all complete and really nice condition. I don't know a great deal about this. Like I say, I just sort of saw it pop up on CEX. Did my usual, hopped over to eBay, had a look, thought that's a great price. We'll have a punt. If it's shit, we'll send it back. Come through, and I was like really chuffed. Again, I don't think this was very much money, 20 odd quid, something like that. But again, that'll probably go up now. So yeah, like I said, guys, done all right from CEX this last year. And this year, continuing on with ISS 2000. I think therefore I am. There will be a point, and I'm not sure if we're getting there yet, where CX will start to dictate the market value for a lot of things. Not quite there yet, but another couple of more years, I think, and it'll be the go-to one. Whereas eBay used to be, didn't it? You know, when people didn't know what anything was worth. Well, go on eBay, but it's, you know, you're getting that more that CX vibe. Although they can be a little bit hit and miss. Let's be honest. Right, what we on? 26. Should we do a bit of Kev's box?
Ding dong.
Kev's balls of fire.
Because we've got to get through Kev's box as he knocks everything flying. We'll take a couple out of Kev's box. Here we go. Why not? First up. Oh, The Adventures of Lolo. I know nothing about this game. How Laboratories though. So good staple. This looks to be an Italian release. Obviously there was a trilogy, the Lola trilogy, so it was doing something right. Yet to play them yet. Next up, Hyper Soccer. Probably one of the cheaper games, but one I didn't own. Nice end label. Yeah, Lola's got a nice end label as well. 1992. Okay. I don't really know a great deal about Hyper Soccer. I don't really think the Snes did soccer games too well. They're all that sort of Japanese style, weren't they? Next up, ooh, another SNK shooter, Alpha Mission. I do know there's Alpha Mission 2 on the AES, which is worth a pretty penny. Be nice to have that, but Alpha Mission, the first one, shooter. The NES quite capable on the old shooters, moving them, shifting them pixels around. So yeah, we'll give that a blast. And yes, I have been playing NES games. For those that might be wondering, there we go. Look, the old twin Famicom there. So I've been playing some. Next up, Pinbot, Fembot. I don't know if this is this. It is the GBR one, but is this based on the original pinball arcade machine? I can't remember. I do recall it was Retro Dave, I think, might have gone to, or Alex, went to someone's house and think they had, or was it John from John's Arcade? There's one of the arcade people I watch, and they went to someone's games room, and I'm sure they had one of the first pinball. I can't remember if it's pinball. Maybe I'm getting confused with something else. Maybe that's just a poor man's version of it. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Oh, God, well, we've got to do one after that. We can't finish on goal, can we? Jelko, goal. Again, soccer, football. Don't know a great deal about that. Nice end label though. Let's try and finish on a high. Yeah, half an hour, that'll do it, won't it? That'll do us. What have we got here? Oh, that's a nice one. Bram Stoker's Dracula, UKV. Getting pricey, these games. I know that the Master System one's sort of creeping up there as well. I think, I'm not going to say it's a Castlevania rip-off, but it's got Castlevania vibes, maybe because it's the gothic end of it. But a platformer, from what I can recall, and I think it is based, yes, Bram Stoker's. It's based on the Tom Cruise movie, but not really with Tom Cruise in it, per se. I think they just tied it into the movie. And again, weirdly enough, Retro Dave had the pinball table of that, didn't he? So there we go. That's another video for 2UK in the can. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.